We've got Cliff's Cats, Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tips, Survivor Stories, What's Up with Woofy, and we go inside the mind of animal communicator Claudia Hehr.
Hey, my name is Claudia Hehr. I'm the voice of the animals and I'm an animal communication specialist.
Ever wonder what your pet is thinking? Well, I did, so I decided to take Woofy to Hehr, Ontario to get a pet psychic reading. You're about to see an incredible interview with an animal communicator who can read your pet's mind. Get ready. I'm outside animal communicator specialist Claudia Hehr, and you're about to see an amazing interview and see Woofy get a reading.
Hi, my name is Claudia Hehr. I'm the voice of the animals and I'm an animal communication specialist.
This beautiful scenery is the compound where Claudia does her readings. Woofy got to swim in the pond, run up and down rolling hills, chase frogs, play with sticks, and become at total peace before the reading could take place. I would highly recommend taking the trip out to Hehr, Ontario so you can experience this with your pet for yourself. This is what Claudia had to say.
I have been working as an animal communication specialist professionally for maybe around 20 years. The way it is done, it is you get images, sometimes you get pictures, you get feelings, even words, and I just translate them back into English for the animal guardians to understand. But you probably had the experience that, let's say, you were talking to somebody and you just kind of knew where the conversation was going. Or your telephone rings and you listen and without looking at call display, all of a sudden you know it's my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife. You just know who it is. It works the same way. Sometimes people call it sixth sense, instinct, or something like that, but it is basically telepathy. I communicated with like little fleas, spiders, whales, eagles, orangutans, snails, snakes, you name it. So any animal, any species. It doesn't really happen in your head. It happens more in your body that you feel it, you sense it. And if you train yourself, you can basically learn to be very specific and translate those feelings, emotions, very, very specific. And that's kind of what I do with animals.
To get in touch with Claudia, check out her website.
My website is claudiahehr.com. That's CLAUDIAHEHR.com. Phone number is 519-833-2382.
Now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, Woofy's psychic reading with Claudia.
Okay, Matthew, why don't we have a conversation with Woofy and you can just ask what you would like to know. Her neck is a little stiff. But otherwise, she's in really good spirits. She's pretty happy. Yeah, she's pretty happy. She likes to have a few good friends, but she likes it more quiet rather than very, very busy. When you first got sick, she was scared. She was really, really scared. She almost panicked. But she said a few weeks in, because she was in touch with you telepathically, so a few weeks in, around 4 weeks in, she said she knew that everything would be fine because all of a sudden you knew, like you had this burst of, I want to make it, I want to get through that. And she really calmed down. If you please tell her when you go out, tell her where you go, what you do, and when you will be back, because when you go out and she doesn't know those things, she gets a little bit worried. You still have a lot of healing, like that you can do if you want to, and she's 100% there with you. And just keep it up. Just don't slow down. Don't slow down in your progress. And she says, don't let anybody else tell you anything different. You have an amazing friend in Woofy. She's absolutely amazing. Please be sure to turn into Paws Talk for your chance to win one of my books, If Only Animals Could Talk. And that book explains exactly what I do, how it works, and it has many conversations I had with animals.
Next, we've got Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tips and Survivor Stories. Call TJ Renovations for all your renovating needs. 647-880-2431. Quality service since 1988. Call 647-880-2431 and get your free quote today. This week we talked to Jerry and Griswold about their story.
Hi, I'm Jerry Rocky, owner of Griswold. Last May 2010, it seems like so long ago, all of a sudden Griswold, who is so energetic, so lively, started becoming quite lackluster and lacking in all energy, didn't even want to eat, so we knew something was wrong. Brought him to the vet, and I guess he had been suffering from low red blood cell count. In fact, it got dangerously low. They got a lot lower. We may not have got him back. And it was due to something in his immune system that was fighting his red blood cells. Still not sure what caused it. It was a pretty serious condition. And Griswold at the time was 5 years old, and it just felt devastating. Dogs, they can get sick, but I just didn't feel like it was time to say goodbye to Griswold. It was a real struggle for him. With a lot of great medical attention. They controlled the red blood cell count, a couple transfusions, tried a few different medications on him, which eventually started first suppressing his immune system so that it wouldn't attack the red blood cells. And of course, you then want to be careful he doesn't catch anything else since he's got no immune system. And then we started working him off those medications. You could take this a few different ways. You could say, he can't have any more vaccines. I'm going to try to keep him in a protected environment. But how can you do that with a dog? We will do our best to make sure he doesn't catch anything, but he needs to live. And there is that risk that someday if he's wandering on a trail in the forest or something, that he may pick up something. There's not much we can do about that. I think we need to let Griswold be happy, be Griswold, be who he is, try to protect him as best we can, but not to take away what he enjoys as his life. Take whatever risks from that happen and enjoy them, every day that we've got them, just like we should do with the ones we love, whether they're pet or human.
Griswold continues to recover and remains Jerry's best friend. This has been Survivor Stories. On Pet Daily, pet tip of the week is, if you've got a puppy, be sure to use baby gates to keep that puppy from causing mischief. This has been Toronto Pet Daily. Pet tip of the week. Next up, what's up with Wolfie and Cliff's cats?
Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth Hernatsky here. Me and my friend Ronald. And if you're like me, you want what's best for your pets. Let's knock out animal cruelty and get positive.
Cliff's Cats is brought to you by Vet905.com and TheForgottenOnes.ca. Meet Tama. Tama is spayed, fully trained, house trained, and a wonderful little pet. For more information on Tama, email info@forgottenOnes.ca. This has been Cliff's Cats. For me, Princess Pet of the Week, Benji.
Go for our flyers in pet stores near you. And don't forget to tune into Paws Talk.
Here's what's up with Wolfie this week at the Canine Wellness Center. This week, Wolfie is going to have acupressure to solve some problems that she's been having. Tanya explains the procedure.
Because her tongue is red, I want to start sort of clearing, getting the blood to circulate better.
Wolfie is clearly enjoying the procedure.
This one is kidney 3, bladder 60, so that it's a combination point, and it's for hind limb, pain in the hind limbs. This is another one. This is large intestinal 11, and this one is good for the immune system as well, clearing blood.
Wolfie enjoys the procedure so much she begins to smile. Now we do some light therapy for Wolfie. Wolfie loves light therapy and takes a little nap. Next, Wolfie tries a stabilizer exercise. This is used to determine how much strength her stabilizer muscles have gained during her course of physiotherapy. Next, Tanya works Wolfie into a deep stretch to stretch her hip and shoulder muscles. Wolfie loves it. Here Tanya assists Wolfie on the balance ball drill because Wolfie's having trouble. As you can see with the instant replay, Wolfie's hips aren't as strong and her stabilizer muscles can't hold her up properly. There's actually an aid we're going to use to assist with this drill called the balance aid. This is the device used to help balance out the ball, and as you can see, the bottom ring helps Wolfie balance her hips better. There's no shaking and she's able to get a better grip on the ball itself. Wolfie does a huge stretch. Stretching out her stabilizer muscles is actually one of the best exercises Wolfie can do for herself. Wolfie agrees that the stretch worked and she's not giving up anytime soon. Now it's time for some underwater treadmill work. Wolfie says she loved it. But it's time for a quick snack and then it's home from the Canine Wellness Center. But she'll be back next week for more What's Up with Wolfie.
Why the commotion?
We're going to Wags and Whiskers.
What's Wags and Whiskers?
It's only the #1 pet care provider in Ontario. They have cage-free boarding and daycare services in a big open space with its own pond.
No cages?
No cages. There's dog walking and even doggy massages.
Wags and Whiskers sounds like heaven on earth.
It is, but for dogs.
They even have in-home cat visits because I hate to travel.
Call 647-203-1279 or at wagsandwhiskers.com.
Let's go to Wags and Whiskers.
Thanks for watching this episode of Paws Talk. Be sure to check our website for contest details. Don't forget to check Pet Talk 360 for our new format will be on there starting in November. See you next week.